All right, and so we're doing a recording of Star Wars. We're going to call this Fringe World, The Outer Rim Tales, and we're going to see whether or not that actually holds true.
We're going straight for the deep core.
Yeah, right away, immediately. It's like, I know we got this plan. Aren't you guys still in prison? Yep, deep core going in.
Let's go to Kashyyyk.
Yeah. So
we should go Wookiee hunting.
Just a general idea of where you guys are. Oh, damn it. I had this a second ago. Is it Belgium?
Yeah, where are we in this mess here?
It's over here-ish, for sure.
Sorry, just to interrupt Bob for a quick sec. If I'm like zooming in or zooming out or doing that, is that affecting other people or is it just me or is it everybody?
Just you.
Okay, good.
I have GM controls, so I can tag you guys around and stuff.
Yeah. I just didn't want to be like, messing everything around if it's going to be obnoxious. Yeah, okay. Yeah, so where are we?
It's all good. So I just want to verify. I'm pretty sure Lola Sayu is in. Is it Belderone?
There's Belderone right below Ossus.
I just want to verify.
Oh, okay.
It's very close. Yeah, Belderone. Perfect. Belderone system. So you are. I mean, the keynote is you're on the. What's the name of this path here? Number 1. There's a key. The Perlemian trade route. Yeah. Is and there's some more familiar ones like the Corellian Run, for example, which is number 2. So you're out here, just like kind of almost. How far out is it in the?
How do we move our little cursors?
Right click.
Mouse.
Yeah,
I'm watching you guys do all yours, and I don't see mine.
You should be able to see your cursor.
I see the mouse cursor, but I don't see my name.
You'll only see your mouse pointer.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Never mind.
Yeah. You'll see your mouse and then everyone else. That way you can see if someone's like pointed in the wrong direction. That's why that tool exists.
Got it. Okay.
Do we know what planet we're on, Bob?
Yeah,
we're in a prison, right? But do we know where we are? Yeah. We're just a prison somewhere.
No, it's called the Citadel, and you guys would probably have various understandings of it. Like Paul would be very familiar with it, being a clone. But the Citadel is effectively an old prison that was used to house Jedi that effectively went rogue. Right, and then during the Separatist war, it was claimed by the Separatists. Like they took it over and they hold it. They held it, and they kind of, to some degree, currently still hold it, even though the Separatist war is over. So there's a holdout group that maintains the Citadel, and that's actually canon. So kind of working with that, and that's a vibe.
So is that under Imperial? No, wait, separate. This is all rusty in my head now. Separatists they're not allied with Imperials, are they?
Not at all.
The Separatist Federation are they're not Imperial at all.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is okay. We're not in an Imperial prison. Okay, that would explain why I'm alive.
They're the guys that had all of the droids in the prequels.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
the Roger guys.
Right. You know what? I'm thinking of Separatists because I've played the Star Wars MMO a lot. Yeah. And in one of the planets, you have to fight against the Separatists, and but it doesn't go a lot of depth into what they are. They kind of they just seem
that's 1,000 years in the past though too.
Yeah.
Oh, well, that probably wouldn't be relevant then.
This is like the enemies in episode 1 through 3. That's who the Clone Wars were against.
Right. Yeah, this is after the Clone Wars show, kind of.
Okay. Yeah, my knowledge of that is limited.
Yeah,
severely. Okay.
So immediately after Darth Vader comes about and such, there's something called the Reconquest of the Rim, which is a short for Reconquest of the Outer Rim, and that kind of just happened in the last couple of years.
So Vader is actively out there, right?
Yep.
Okay.
Not for long.
So there is rumors of Vader. I imagine that's depends on who you are and what's going on as far as how much you'd know. But so for various reasons, each of you have landed as a prisoner inside of the Citadel. The clone reference I made is because they actually used to run through a training, like their training graduation program was effectively called the Citadel, and it was like a mock invasion of this place, effectively. So,
quick question, Bob.
Yep.
Are we going Legends continuity here or new Disney canon?
Probably for the sake of having a North Star, we're gonna play in the Disney canon, but we're gonna kind of be a little gracious towards some of the basically what they're doing with every single new Disney show that comes out is they decide what out of canon or what out of the Legends grab bag they want, and then they just pull it into existence. Like before, before the most recent shows, like Thrawn was entirely Legends, right? Now he's a canon piece. If there's something we really hate, though, like globally, we can absolutely
everything Disney's done with Star Wars since they've looked at it.
Yeah, well, there's that. So,
So in the Marvel comics, they just did something where they like made Vader super powerful. So like, in the movies, in one of them, he force chokes someone like over the screen, like he can see them and they're way far away.
Yeah,
and he force chokes like the officer on the bridge of the ship.
Yep.
Now there's a thing where in the comics, he takes a robot, and that robot has a camera, and that he like links up to a bunch of these other battle robots, and they all have cameras, and then he can see like these people that are fighting against them, and he just force chokes them all and kills them through the cameras. So all Vader needs to kill you now is a camera.
That's how it works. They send advanced camera drones out to distant places so he can assassinate them.
Which
part
is
of the plan.
them off for no particular reason.
He's got to keep that pimp hand strong.
Oh my god, that is so terrible. Okay, anyway, moving on.
It's pretty terrible.
Stereotypical comic stuff.
But cool at the same time, kind of.
Comics always take it to the next level, and then they'll probably retcon some of that and call that out of canon too. But let's do a quick look at the player handout. I just want to kind of give you a general heads up for the rules. So we're going to refer back to this later. It's not important that you get this all down. But effectively, this is just a series of D6 that you're rolling. So I'll give you an example of what that looks like in here. You're rolling according to your stat/scale. You're looking for a
nice.
total. We're going to refer back to this player handout later. I just wanted to show you it exists. So if you have a question around like, hey, what does this do again? What does that do again? You can refer to it. I'm also going to quickly send you a link to the REUP, which is the revised, expanded, and updated version of this game that we're using, which is kind of a fan expansion of the second edition. So they took the second edition and then they updated it to, I guess, everything up to probably Clone Wars. I don't think a lot of the new stuff from like the new trilogy's in there, but everything that kind of fits within the Clone Wars era and all that stuff is all incorporated. So a lot of those species and stuff are in there.
Yeah, they adapted the D20 materials.
I love that a game that old, people are like, no, we need this to survive. It's this good. Like, this game is great.
My understanding is it's still the default. The Fantasy Flight Games one obviously has a huge following still.
Yeah.
But okay. Now we're gonna go to character creation itself. So again, you have the book. So if the reading's difficult because the text is crappy, just look at what the general pages are. You can kind of see them in each area.
Yeah, I'm gonna grab it. This like the text is just like I'd need a microscope to see it.
Well,
so.
you can use the wheel
zoom in too.
Zoom in,
but it's still bad even when you zoom.
It's still not as good.
I obviously know that.
Move around though.
It's good and sharp on mine. Right click and drag.
Right click. Yeah, it actually is now. Now that I actually know what I'm doing, it's fine. Yeah.
Ah, yes, perfect.
Okay. On your top right hand side, guys, you'll see a little meeple icon, like a person. If you hover over it, it says actors. If you click that, you'll see that you have a character sheet under a folder called player characters.
Yes. Click. Ooh, fancy.
Where are we looking? Sorry.
Top right corner,
The
the
menu on
little
the right.
icons at the top. You've got a little person
It's
as
under
third
the
in,
cross swords. Yeah.
Actors, yeah.
Yep.
and then
There
player
I am.
characters and expand.
And then you should
Beautiful.
see all your characters, but you can only you should all be able to like actually edit your own and only your own. So
Yeah, I can.
I'm in Mark's right now, so
I'm changing Flint's to deceased.
yeah.
I'm
Perfect.
leaving Mark's all Mark's attributes at 0D.
My Star Wars game
We
didn't
got-
work out. Why? Your players like PvP or something? Yeah, they killed each other. Like first session? No, we didn't even get there. Session 0. They turned each other to
we didn't even do
DCs.
it.
Yeah, it was bad. Okay.
Okay, dexterity is 2d40.
Here's what I'm going to propose to you guys. There's 2 ways to do this. Paul and Mark have the easiest way because they picked like the human, like it's very straightforward what they are. So they can go right to the create button in green. Just select the template. So for Paul, that would be Commando, or sorry, not Commando, Clone, what's it called? Clone Trooper. And then for Mark, whatever you want, usually humans default anyways. For the rest of y'all, we're going to be coming over here to creating a new template. And we're going to be using our species to create a new template, which is, it's still pretty damn easy to do. Took me a minute to understand it, but I got it down now. Yeah.
Do I like in mine, Bob, where it's my human force sensitive street rat kid? Where it says type, what is that? What does type mean?
Type.
Like, do I need to fill anything
Type
out on
is
this, or just?
your actual template?
Oh, okay. Which is
again,
Can't
what
remember what it
what I would do for you, Mark, is just click the create button.
okay. I can edit this later, I'm assuming.
Yeah,
Okay.
and then just
Select a template. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, and just find the template that works for you.
What the heck was it again now? As I'm scrolling down, there's like pacifist, pack tracker, and a partisan youth, and I don't know why, but I thought it said a Pakistani youth, and I thought that's very odd to have as a type.
I know it's a galaxy far away, but I didn't expect anyone from Earth here. That's weird.
Okay, yeah, nice. You've been
Yeah, I'm reading that. Yeah, it is fairly standard, isn't it, Bob? The templates, the species thing. It's pretty easy.
It's pretty easy, and it's better to go with, I think, the custom template if you're being a weird, like a different race, or a different species, because the species doesn't necessarily match perfectly with the human version of it, right? So.
You can just say dirty alien, Bob. It's fine.
Yeah, right. We're not
Dirty
quite in
alien.
there. We'll get there. We'll get to the point where that's the regular. Right now, it's the early days of the Empire. So.
I have to refresh my memory again on this.
Dave, any questions? You're just quiet, so I'm picking
just
on you.
I'm on mute and I'm reading the template
Okay.
stuff.
Dave's like, I already left. I'm doing something else.
I already
I
left.
remember why I don't like all of you together.
I'm actually
done.
already gone. So
Dave's
there's
not
that.
here.
Okay, so it is Young Jedi.
So for the 3 that are creating their own template, you need to do free edit, and I'll just set you up with that now.
Yeah, because I'm still gonna follow like
Yeah, you
Smuggler.
follow Smuggler is
Yeah.
like your point of, you know, like your
totally because that's what
Yeah.
that's what he is, right?
Yeah.
So that's
I'm at adding the skills, Bob. Do you want me to? I'll just wait there. Actually, it looks like I have 7 skill dice to allocate.
yeah 7D to allocate. You can go ahead and just do that, Mark, if you want.
Is it just 1 for 1?
Yeah,
you have
yeah.
Mark. Why do you
It
have
just says-
7?
I don't know. It says remaining skill dice 7.
Mark's using a template. It just gives it to him, but it's also, that's the standard thing. It says 7D.
I thought it was 8.
Nope.
It says in the create new template that it does. It says that.
Where do you see 8?
Hold on. Unless I read it wrong, which is super possible.
Skills is at the very end, not
hold on.
attributes.
Is it? Are you capping anything, Bob?
We're gonna go through some of that once you guys kind of finish your first cut of your characters. We're gonna kind of make sure that everyone's comfortable. Just stay within your character's species limits and stuff like that. Should be good.
Oh yeah, I guess there are species limits, aren't there? Let's go to find. Oh god, there's no way. That would be way too many. Okay, I need. Where are humans? Humans, where are you?
Paul, any questions from you?
No, seems pretty straightforward once I finally like used my brain and went to my character sheet and found the green button you were talking about.
Okay.
I know, I'm like, how do I do all this
everywhere
stuff?
on the website? Where is this green button he speaks of?
It's like right in the
Basil's
center.
green button. And then I go to my sheet and I'm like, right there.
It's so obvious. Yeah, it's like right in the absolute middle. So, Bob, when under humans it says dexterity, like in the main book, it says 2D/4D. Is that basically saying like 4D is your cap?
Yep.
Okay,
Correct.
perfect.
Yep.
Perfect. How does one zoom
For
in
the
now?
actual attributes, not for like skills underneath them, right?
Yeah, no, yeah. For the actual, yeah. Oh, it doesn't look like I can't actually raise my stats, my attributes.
Yeah, you won't actually be able to, come to think of it, because you're not doing custom. You're just
Yeah, I know. I'm just putting points. Yeah, that's fine. I can be default, and it doesn't matter.
Yeah. If you want to do custom, you're welcome to. Like if you're finding it's not working out for you. Also, the more I look at this, the more I kind of realize that probably like if Dave, Flint, and Mike, if you want to find a template instead, you might just be able to use a green button instead if you really want to, because it doesn't look the other races are that different than humans. To be honest, they just have different like requirements. So.
Oh, I see. This is interesting.
So are you saying, Bob? Sorry, are you saying that if we are like for alien characters, just to use the create button?
You could and pick a template if you want. Just make sure that it fits. Like, for example, if you choose smuggler, you can't start with 4D dexterity because you're an Itachi. You have to start with a 3D or less.
Oh yeah, 3D is there 3D plus 1 is the most they can start with, right?
Yeah, correct. Yeah.
Yeah, then 4D for knowledge, 4D plus 1.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. Got it.
Which might
'cause
be
when I hit create, nothing happens anyway. Because I think it's because I'm in free edit.
Yeah, just finish in free edit. You should. It's pretty straightforward. You put your 18D attributes in, and then when you're done with
amongst all of them,
yeah, and then when you're done that, you go to effectively you look at what your special abilities are, and that adds more, and then you add your skills, and you're done basically. So
okay,
pretty quick character creation.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Unfortunately for you, Bob, most of your players are stupid, but once we actually get going, it's pretty straightforward stuff.
It took me like 2 hours today to wrap my mind around the custom template because I'm so used to like laying a class and then a race on top of each other for like character creation. I couldn't figure out, okay, if there's species in this book, how does that work with templates? And it basically comes down to if the core template they have doesn't really fit your species version of what you're playing, then create a new one. So
yeah, it's kind of interesting because you can take a class, like whatever, like a smuggler, but you can also take an actual race as a class.
Yeah.
Which I also found kind of confusing. I think I'm done for the most part.
Yeah, it's not bad. If we just have to divide the 18 up like that, and that's it. Just boom, you're done.
18, and then you get 7D for skills afterwards.
And then 7D into... Yeah, that's right. Okay. Yeah, that's cool, though. Like, that's awesome.
If you add 3 points into a skill, you get another die. Like if I'm, it's +0. If I go 1, 2, and then one more, it becomes from 4D. It becomes 5D.
Yeah, you can only. It's 3D plus 1, 3D plus 2, and then becomes the next one up.
And then 4D. Yeah.
And so, Bob, I'm just looking at my character sheet here to create my custom race and
Yep.
template, and so I'm looking at the information you've put on this for the Skakoan here,
Down here.
and
Yep.
so what does the 1D/3D plus 1, like, how do I transpose that onto my sheet?
Yeah, no problem. So the attribute dice, it says 12D, but you add 6D because you're this 12D is
Right.
what your average Skakoan, but you're like a hero, right? Or like
Right.
an
Of course I
important
am.
character. So 18.
And modest
right.
too.
You get
I love
18D, not 12D. And then
Okay.
after you're doing that, the number on the left of the hash or the slash, the back forward slash, is your minimum for the race.
Okay.
And the number on the right is the maximum you can choose for that race.
Okay.
So the plus ones are interesting. If you want what's called a pip on something, let's say I have a dex of 2, but I want to be slightly better than dex of 2 because I feel like I'm going to fail everything. I could then take one of my attribute dice and split it up by 3 into 3 pips and go,
Tips, yeah.
yeah. So let's say my dex is 2, my knowledge is 2, and my mechanical is 2. I could then take another attribute dice, split it up by 3, and dex 2 plus 1, knowledge 2 plus 1, mechanical 2 plus 1. So effectively, I'm taking that attribute dice, I'm dividing it into 3 separate pips, they're called, and I'm applying that to 3 separate attributes. And that's how some of the templates have like a +2 or a +1 on them. That's what that means.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
and every time you hit +2, if you were to add another pip to that, it would become 3, right? So if it was 2 and you have 2 pips, you add a third pip, it rolls over the next whole number.
Right.
So,
It's like rounding up. Or,
Yeah.
I'm
Now,
counting up
now,
the
Bob,
fraction.
I don't know if Mark, do you start off with, because you're if you have force powers, if you have like control sensor alter, that's part of your 18 as well.
I don't know.
It is, because if I
Okay.
remember this from last time, because when I made a Jedi, long time ago.
Yes, it is, because I just added them
is.
all up, and I have 15, and then control sense and alter is 16, 17, 18.
Yeah. Oh yeah. 'Cause
They're
you're
like-
using a template, aren't you, Mark?
Yes, I am. They're like completely different stats. Like control would be
Right,
like
right.
dexterity, and sense is like
Yeah, that's
anything else.
right.
Yeah.
It's an attribute. Yeah.
Yes.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah, so it says it right here too for custom.
Oh yeah, there it is.
Yeah. Yep. So that's here's what I'm going to say about the force. You all answered the question whether your character is force sensitive or not. That's fine. That's just you deciding up front, is my character attuned to the force?
That's right.
It doesn't mean you're skilled in anything. The moment you pick a force skill, however, you now have to care about the force and dark side points. Right?
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I don't have. I didn't put any points into that.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. No. Right yet.
Yeah. So just noting that. So if anyone chooses that, just know you're gonna have the extra burden of the dark side points and the lure of the dark side, right? So,
Gotta love that dark side. Yeah.
but it's not taking force sensitive doesn't create that pull. Learning the force does, right? So that's kind of how we're playing with it in this. You could argue it either way, but the way we're gonna play it is until you start studying the force, you don't have enough pull or use of it to like really be tempted by its power. So
Oh, right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Which makes sense. Like me, that totally makes sense.
yeah.
Okay, so
Do 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 do.
Whoa, my music just started. I hadn't been playing this whole time, and all of a sudden,
my
It's
music just switched to
loud
something
and
else.
furious. Yeah.
Yep.
Wow. Okay, one sec.
Wait,
Playlists.
are you guys all hearing it loud?
Yeah.
No, I've got it turned down at the main
I
thing.
Oh, there
did,
we
but
go.
now
Okay.
mine suddenly just went up.
I completely muted it. I muted the play. I completely turned the whole playlist thing down. It's too hard. It was too hard for me to pay attention to all the different, like, to talking and have it in the back.
Yeah, I just pulled it down to 15%.
So
I
did
got
Mike.
I got a 5%. Yeah.
Mine
It's-
just
I
started working all of a sudden. It just turned
Yeah,
on. I
mine
had
literally
no
just
music until
jumped
now.
up to 100%.
It's like, what the hell?
Yeah.
I see. I think I can control master volume. I think so. Does that turn everyone's down to
Yeah.
5%? Okay.
You should
sure
just
does.
jam it up to 100, Bob, and just like lock it there. No.
My ears.
I think it's like it's probably the weaker of the two, right? So if Mike's got like 15, the highest I can put it at. If I crank this way up, Mike will only hear 15.
So when we're doing the skills, it says the remaining skill dice, and then it's 0. And then it says D plus, and I have 2. What does that mean?
D plus means did you use a pip in something maybe? Let me just see. Let me just go into your sheet. I can. Are you still in the create section or?
Yeah, I went out to have a look at something, and then I went back in, and it made me restart. So
Oh, good times.
Nice move, Paul.
on
You're
the bright
ruining the
side,
game
it
for everybody.
doesn't take too long, and he's a clone trooper.
That's. I'm just checking something. Hold on. I'm just trying to make sense of how you're. How did your dex jack so high?
I put a few pips into blaster.
No, but your base dex, according to the template down here, this is 3D.
Oh, or you're not supposed to go above that?
No.
Oh, you know what though? You're using the clone trooper. Hold on, let me
I'm using
just.
a clone trooper.
Yeah, let me
Yeah,
just check. You got a
He won't
template.
have been able to raise his. Yeah, on the template, like the one that I picked too, you can't raise your stats. So whatever you get is what you get. You can only raise skills. So if it says 3, it's 3 from the template.
Let me just check and see what they do here. And see what it starts with. Yeah,
After
3D,
you complete it, though,
3D
you can
plus
go
1.
into the plus or the edit there, and you can actually adjust them to whatever you want.
Oh yeah, I didn't do
As long
that.
as they just keep it within range.
I just put everything to 12.
Oh yeah, but
That's easiest, Mark.
Right.
I'm probably going to do 15 just because it's an easier number. Like 20 is a nice round
You know-
number.
That's not a bad.
Just choose only prime numbers.
yeah. Okay, so
Yeah.
I'm
not a
noticing
bad
with the clone, it says 3D plus 1, and then when I go to next, it jumps to 4D plus 1.
Yeah.
Like, why is it automatically jumping to 4D plus 1?
I
Is it
don't know.
broken?
I mean, so when I changed it, like when I bumped my blaster up, it did change my dex as that went.
You know, I'm
I
wondering
think-
if my
I
stuff
think-
changed.
No, it
Let me
shouldn't work that
hit
way.
minus and see.
Yeah, see, mine, like, I put my hide was at 4D because my perception's 4D, and I bumped it up to 5, but it's just hide at 5, and my perception's still just 4. Because, like, some of my
Maybe just-
dice went above, like, some of the D went above what the base level was, but the actual base level, the actual stat itself didn't actually do anything.
Yeah, I mean everything else there seems. I have 10 force points, or move 10, force points 1, character points 5.
Yeah, hold on. I'm just doing some counting here. 4D, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9,
do I have a
10,
name?
11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. And then you have 1 divided pip. That's so weird. Because it should be, Flint, it says 18D is what you should have, right? In your total?
You should have 18D. Yeah.
In your
divided-
attributes,
Divided
right?
amongst your attributes. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm noticing that this base template, it gives Paul the extra dex, which isn't necessarily a problem. But it's like so his dex is 4D, but then the total he has is 17, not 18. So it's almost like this this clone trooper template doesn't match the Republic clone piece, which is no good.
Yeah, well, so what does he have? Does he like other than dexterity being 4, are all the other ones under this Republic clone what you have, Paul? Are they all the same?
Here, I'll write it out for you. This is
I'm
before
sorry, my
Paul
wife
puts
just
points.
burst into the room and is asking me questions.
No.
I missed your question, Flint. Sorry.
No, that's okay. That's okay. I was just looking at the Republic clone there that you're hovering over, but your character sheet starts you as dexterity 4D.
41, yeah.
4D.
40 plus 1, yeah.
And then knowledge, mechanical, perception, strength, technical. Are they all the same as the Republic clone listed here?
Yep.
Kind
Which
of.
is interesting.
I
because
just wrote it out for you, Flint. I wrote it out for you. If you look at the write up, it doesn't match perfectly.
Yeah, I'm looking.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not even that's way different. Perception is different. Strength is different. Knowledge 2D is different. Tech is 2D, and that's 2D plus 1. Yeah, that's different. Yeah, because what have you got? You've got 4, 5, 6, 7, 10, 13.
Yeah, I mean, my tech is 2D
17.
plus 0, knowledge is 2D plus 0, strength is 3D plus 1, perception is 3D plus 0, mechanical is 2D plus 1.
Yeah, and Bob's
Dex
right.
is
That
40 plus
adds up to 17, not 18.
4 plus 2.
But you know what? If you look
plus-
at the Republic clone, Bob, that doesn't even add up properly. Because it's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 14 plus 2.
14 plus
and then
2.
It says, yeah, and then if you add the 2D that it says, that's 16 plus 2. It's not 18 either. Right
Well,
there.
that's just like mine. I only get 12D total.
18 total, Mike. You get 6D for being like not a normal chiss. You're like a hero.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
6. You get bonus 6D.
Yeah, the
Okay.
Republic clone listed here is just different because if you look at everybody else has got like a number /
Attribute
another
dice.
number, which is like minimum, maximum. Yeah, except for this clone.
Okay, so if we look at this template here, so Paul has a dex of 3D, he has a knowledge of 2D plus 1, mechanical 2D plus 2. So that's.
But even that stuff's not showing up right on my character creation here.
Yeah, I'm just gonna see if the math works out though.
Okay, I don't really. If the math works, I don't really care.
It doesn't. It doesn't. Not even. It doesn't work
If it
on
doesn't
your
work,
sheet,
I don't really
and
care.
it doesn't work on this Republic clone write up either. Doesn't add up to 18.
Maybe it's not meant to for the Republic clone. Maybe that's the point of the Republic clone.
I mean, maybe not.
Yeah.
But it'd be weird that it's weird that Paul's using a template and it's automatically giving him that's different than that one. I don't know. But yeah, maybe it's not meant to.
It doesn't start that way though. Like the screen before it shows 3D plus 1, 2D plus 1, 3D plus 0. But these are messed around. Yeah.
Yeah, it's weird.
I would say, why don't we just do this manually for you, Paul? It'll make it easier, I think.
Okay.
If we use a custom system. So just remember what you have, and we'll create a new sheet for you.
Yeah, I'll have to finish up putting all the tips in them. My question was, like, at the top there it says remaining skill dice, and then it says 3D plus 1 right now because I haven't put all of them in. But like, once I get down to 0, it's gone up to like D plus 2.
I had that same exact thing happen, Paul, and like it didn't go away until I kept on clicking the pluses.
Okay, I'll just keep clicking the pluses. That sounds great.
Well, so the thing is like I was gonna mention that at some point, but like I think I like it said you have 7 points, but with the random pluses that started showing up, I think I probably ended up putting more in than 7.
Yeah, I'm honestly not too sure. I feel like more than 7, but I'm just gonna keep going.
You guys have pips in here. That's why, right?
Oh, okay.
So like Mark, you have like dodge 3D plus 1.
No. I understand that, but it said originally that I had 7 skill points. But like the way I like, I'm not in that sheet anymore. But like if you look where if you count up my points, it's like if you're assuming a 1 click of 7, is that like a +1? Because you go +1, +2, and then you get to the next one. So like if you've gone from 4 to 5, that's technically 3. So I have 3, 6, 9, 12. Like I've got way more than that. Because like my bargain is 5D, which means I had to click +1, +2, +3. That's 3. So it's like 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. Like 16, 17, 18 is what it is there's not 7.
Oh,
it kept on giving me the D pluses.
It did finally cap out and said not enough skill dice. So
Yeah, but it's more than 7 though. Absolutely more than 7.
Maybe that template's broken then, because like, yeah, I don't want you guys to have all these extra points like that.
Finished, done, good, perfect. I'm glad.
Yeah,
yeah, I don't know. I can change it around, but it kept on. I'm not sure what it was, but it kept on. It just kept like you'd go down, like the 7 would go to 6 to 5 to 4, and then. But I noticed that like when certain things went up, it's like it refunded you something somehow. Then the D plus was there.
Yeah, the D plus went like 1, 2, and then it went back down to 0 again.
Yeah, once you used more skills. Yeah, I don't understand what's going on or why it's doing it, but.
All right, I'm just mathing out your character right now, Mark.
Is that just when you're adding skills, Mark?
Yes.
Yeah, it's just where you're hitting plus, plus, plus.
Yep.
It probably just gives us more points because we're not like fancy like everyone else.
Well, I
don't know.
go to add blaster under dexterity, for example. I add it. I can't actually change the 3D plus. Like I can't add any points to it. So it shows dexterity. My dexterity is 3D plus 1. I have blaster at 3D plus 1.
Yeah, my blaster's at 5D plus 0.
So your blaster did go up then. It's higher than your dexterity?
Yeah.
Did you have to manually do that, or did it automatically do that?
It just, when I put the points in, it just automatically, it did the 4D plus 1, plus 2, plus 3, and then I did another one, and it went to 5D.
Yeah, that's what happened to me, too.
Yeah, maybe it's different for me, because I'm like, I can't even edit it. When I edit it, it just shows me blaster, talks about the description, shows the attributes.
What's your mode set to in the drop down at the bottom, Flint?
Oh, there we go. I found it. Never mind. I wonder if I just put like 2.
My mode is set to normal, but I don't know.
Mine's set to normal as well.
Oh yeah, it's free edit.
But a free edit, and you can adjust it based on whatever this is supposed to be.
Yeah, no, I found it,
normal
Mike. I found it. So you add blaster first. You just add it, and then you go into edit, and then you go into attributes in like past the description, and then it says dice, and you just put how many dice you want to put extra. Because we get 7, so I put 2 in just to see, and then it brought it to 5D plus 1.
Okay, so I just mathed yours out, Mark, and yours comes to 7. You've got... I think what you guys are running into, and this is what I was trying to say, but I'm not sure it was landing, is at somewhere you guys split an actual dice into pips. So you'll notice that your running, your dodge, and your climbing are all 1 pip, plus 1, rather than actual full dice.
Okay. So
Yeah.
maybe that's what. Yeah, to me the plus 1 was the plus 1. I guess I'm not familiar with this system in any capacity.
Yeah.
So I think you're right. I think I was looking at pips and thinking dice.
Yeah, no, pips are flat numbers, so your total will
That's
get
what I
a
was
plus
thinking
1.
too.
If you roll it a 16, if you get a 16, or let's see what this roll is. So if we roll 66, and we end up with a 25, if you had a plus 1 in that skill, you would have a 26.
Oh, so that's what it was. That's why the D plus thingy came back after you used the pips, because it's like you're using a die, not your pips anymore. Okay,
Yeah,
that makes sense.
When you split
then.
a die into pips, it splits into 3, and you have to use 3. That's why I was doing that.
Oh, God. So you have 7 dice to add, but you'd have 21 pips, really, essentially.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Well, no,
There we
no.
go.
Sorry, only if you use a pip. You can actually use a die. So, for example, Mark, for you, bargain, you actually brought that up to a 5D. From perception's 4D, you brought it up by 1 to a 5D. You added a dice to it.
Yes,
You
yeah,
added
yeah,
a
yeah,
dice to it. Yeah. Yeah.
Yes, no, okay, thank you. Yes, that does make sense now.
Yeah.
Hey,
Cool.
Dave, quick question. Is your character focusing on a lot of, like, the repair and demolitions and security stuff?
He's strictly like engineer tech type guy. That's basically all he does. So,
So, like,
I'm
my
trying to-
character sheet says, like, armor repair, blaster repair, demo, security, and equipment repair. Is that the same on yours?
I haven't even gotten that far yet. So,
Okay.
yeah.
I just didn't. I was looking at your character. I'm like, crotchety engineer. I bet he has all that stuff that I thought would be cool this time.
Yeah, basically hates people, doesn't want to have anything to do with people. He fixes stuff, and is good at fixing stuff under pressure and improving stuff, that sort of thing. But
Okay.
other than that, he's basically doesn't want to be around anybody. So
He's kind of like an
Well,
Ugnaught, really.
Yeah. I think I might move a couple of my
That would
things
have
around
been
then.
rad.
We should play a group of Ugnaughts. That's all we are.
I would love that. Can you imagine how awesome that would be? We're just like,
That would be
"Rah,
pretty
rah, 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 rah."
That'd be pretty fantastic.
Well, no, some of them can speak basic. You watch The Mandalorian.
That's true. That's true.
I have spoken.
And so, Bob, on our on the attributes side, so if we add up all the things that we've, like the main attribute plus the pips, with the pip being 3 equals 1, that should total 18. That's correct.
In most cases, yeah.
Right. Or sorry,
Yeah.
if I'm the base of 12 and then I get 6, I'm looking to have that page total 18.
For your attributes, yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yep.
I'm just
Correct.
adding all my skills.
So now that I've gone and put all my stuff into the stuff Dave's doing, how do I go back and fix that?
Delete your character, you're dead, start over.
Yeah. And not start over as a clone trooper. You got to pick somebody completely different.
Paul, we can just do this. Free edit.
Oh, perfect.
Free edit, yeah.
Green Giant.
Okay, now strength. I'm just going to add all these.
Okay, that's good. Okay. Good news, guys. I finally did my attributes. Okay. Next.
Flint, they both bounce out to 17. They're just different slightly. So, for the Republic clone, I just added them together. If you count the pips, they
really?
end up working. Yep. They roll out.
For the Republic clone, it adds up to 17.
Yeah.
How can it, though? Because you've got +1 knowledge, +2 mechanical for pips. And then perception has a +1 and technical. It should add up to 3.
3 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 3 plus 2, and then +1, and then +2 from the 2 pips to any single attribute. Or 2D to stats below. Right? So this part.
Add 2D. Yeah, no. The part I'm talking about is this. Like there's
4 pips, is that what you're saying?
Plus what? Yeah, knowledge has a +1 pip. Mechanical is a +2 pips. Add those together, that's a full dice. Perception has a +1 pip. Technical is a +1 pip. There should be another +1 pip to equal another. full
I
dice.
do agree with that, but it still ends up at 17 though, right?
No, it can't
So-
because it's not a full dice. So
Yeah,
you're
but
gonna have whatever it is +2.
Yeah. But if you so it's 16 without any pips, right? You add the 3 pips together, 3 of the 5 pips together, that's 16 plus 1, which is 17.
And it's just short 1 pip from an 18.
It's short 1 pip. Yeah,
Yeah.
you're right. Because if you add that 2D at the top
Yeah.
there, you're right. So it's
Yeah.
short 1 pip. So
Which-
they made one pip mistake. That's it.
Maybe not even a mistake. They might have just said they might have put it in the special
Oh,
stuff.
yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. but that's not bad. At least then it's
Yeah,
super
it's very close. Yeah.
Yeah.
Quick little thing that might make it a little easier if you guys find yourself scrolling a lot on your sheet. The bottom right corner has the two arrows. You can drag and resize your window from that,
Nice.
and only that.
Yeah.
So after I've done my attributes, it says attributes/skills in the section that I'm in, but I can't actually seem to get to the skills. Oh, never mind. You hit the add button under that thing to add.
Yep.
Okay. What a noob. All right.
You can just add them without a number too, I think, is...
Okay.
That's what I'm doing.
Yeah.
I'm
Okay.
just add them all, and then you can go in and edit and change the dice values.
Okay.
And I'm in the free edit mode, but I'm not finding anything that lets me change
Add.
the like the 2D plus 2 or anything like that.
Add. Why isn't that working?
Where are you looking for that? Is that on a skill or an actual attribute, Paul?
On the skills.
Okay, so to the right of your skill name, you've got the 3 red icons.
Yep.
The one with the actual, looks like the pencil inside the square.
Yep.
Hit that, and then go into attributes. You'll have a blue skill type tab with 3 tabs in the middle.
Oh, and there where it says pips, take out those. Say 0.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Correct.
Aha. Thanks, sir.
No
For
problem.
some reason, I hit it before and that didn't pop up, but perfect. Thank you.
Oh, there we go. Okay, so
Okay, finally. Just getting all the skills down. I'm like, okay, now I got these.
and sorry, what was the total for the skill points that we get again?
7D.
70. And the pip thing works the same with that.
Yeah, you can divide into pips. Yeah.
Yeah, as long as
There's-
it equals 7. Okay.
There's
And if
also
my race says, oh, go ahead.
there's also something called specializations, which you can. I would recommend against specializations at character creation,
too.
but if you really want to, they're here.
I agree. I
yeah.
agree, Bob.
And I've got a special ability for my race called Gearhead, so I get +2 pips to spend on one technical skill. Is that above?
Yep, that's
Those
that's
other
on top
ones?
of
Okay.
everything else. Yep,
Okay, cool. And
Yeah.
sorry, you said 8D for the skills?
70.
70.
7.
8D it is. All right. I'm not dark side. You're dark side.
Like, what's the worst you can do?
Yeah.
You're doing it wrong.
Dead.
Yeah, because you can buy. Can you do the same thing, Bob? You can buy a specialization later?
Yep, absolutely.
Okay.
Yep.
Hmm. Sorry, guys. All I can do is capital ship stuff. That's it. For anywhere else, I'm useless.
All your points are in the capital ship operation.
Absolutely.
Like nothing else.
I have high. I'm aiming high.
Like I can't even walk or speak.
I can't even. I can't speak.
I
have
can't
no discernible way to communicate at all.
Don't worry, we're gonna do
single man run an entire Star Destroyer.
we're gonna do a little bit of verification with like where people's stuff is at the end. Once we get all 5 of us through, we're gonna do some quick, cross checking, make sure our session 0 stuff's lined up, and no one's got any surprises going into the game later. Basically, so like for example, good catch on that, Paul. Like realizing that Dave was gonna be all in on that. So
I gotta have somebody to repair my capital ship. I mean,
your capital ship.
who's
Good luck
the
with that.
janitor? Who's the janitor?
I have to add the dice myself?
So what? What are you talking about?
Like when if I roll something, like if I'm rolling hide, say 5D, it says roll. It rolls the dice, but like I have to add the total myself. Like I'm some sort of peasant.
No, it's over here in the chat. You just gotta click
okay.
on the chat. Oh, it's because you're probably on the actors pane. You gotta go to chat messages, and it'll show what you rolled.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
When we go to add a skill, what are all the ones up top that say A? Are those like the specialization ones, or
Advanced
Like
skills, I believe, right?
okay? Is there like any like? Do they work any differently than the other ones, or is it just they're just more specific?
I think
Certain
so.
prereqs.
Yeah.
Oh,
If there's
okay.
an A listed, where is it? Does it actually show it in page 22? It says, where is that? 22. Specializing, where is it?
I remember just enough about this to be dangerous.
Advanced skills, right here, Dave.
Okay. Let's see if I move this out of the way so I can see. Nope, can't see. How do I? Oh, if I close this, it's going to close my. Oh my
Okay.
gosh, I can't get my character screen out of the way of the. Oh, there we go.
Just click the character icon again; it'll disappear.
Oh, okay, and I won't like lose my stuff. All right,
You probably will.
Just shrinks it down.
excellent.
Well, it'll be gone
Okay, if there's
Yeah, that too.
That's it. I'm starting over.
permanently.
Listen from the skill name. It's an advanced skill. Okay, years of just.
Basically, it's just not something you learn overnight, right?
Okay.
Like engineering.
Yeah.
Unless you're Ray. Then you do.
Which is so much
Yeah.
easier.
No, then you already know you have it. And you just don't even know it at that point.
It's an 8, right? It's just yeah.
So since I've cleaned up all that technical stuff, is there a spot that tells me how many points I have left to put in here now?
What did you get rid of, buddy?
Or do I just have to do maths?
What did you?
Math.
Which one are you looking at?
I think I had
Skills or your
security at, like
attributes?
3D plus 1 or 3D plus 2.
So
I basically dumped the technical part. I had that most of that up to like 3D.
But the easiest way to tell them how much to count up how much you've put it into skills, look at what the attribute is at the top. Scan down and see anyone that's higher than that, and just add all the pips together. You're looking for a total of 21.
I see.
Yeah, so for you, Paul, I can help with this. So Dex, you've got 2 full points in it. In your skills underneath it.
Yeah.
Then you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pips in it. So 2 more.
Yeah.
So you've got 2 plus 2. You got 4.
All right.
In search, you have a single pip.
Mm-hmm.
In strength, you have nothing extra.
Not yet.
Okay. In knowledge,
Knowledge, I've got
2.
2 fulls. Yep.
Yeah. Do that. And then in technical, you have 4 pips.
Yeah.
So you have, if we put those 4 pips together, you've got 2.5 spent, right? 4 plus, oh wait, hold on. So 4 plus 1. Okay, so you got 5 pips. So that's 4 plus 2
Cool.
plus
I think you have 20 total.
1.
No, you don't. Sorry.
You have 7. You have 7 of your.
18.
You're actually a little over. You're over by 1 pip right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are you sure, Bob? I did not get you over. What is it to have 21?
7D for skills.
Yeah, but which would be 21 pips, though, right?
21 pips worth. Yep.
Yeah, but
so
only if you're using pips. So like some people.
Yeah,
won't
that's right.
use-
Yeah, if you're just adding
Yeah.
7 dice, it's
Yeah.
easier, right? But for every 3 pips is 1 dice.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. There's a lot of places where Paul he used dice, not pips, which is, to be fair, kind of the default. Like pips spread you around more, basically. Like they spread your points around more. Where adding a point directly to a skill means you're really good at it. Is how I.
Bob, I sent you a quick question on WhatsApp.
Oh, okay. Yep.
Can you just have a quick look?
Yep.
It's sort of a background piece that's kind of a secret of my character. You know,
Definitely
I want to kill all the rest of the.
Yeah,
players.
definitely dark side.
Yeah.
Makes sense. My character doesn't care. He's
Okay.
fine. He'll still
Thanks,
fix your
Bob.
ship.
The
He's
only
like,
thing
I don't
about
care.
that, Bob, is there's no place where I can put that. Because when I go to, I'll just make a note of it and we can talk about it later. But on the sheet, because it's even as a free edit, there's nowhere I can add that. I don't know why.
Okay.
Anyway, I'll just make a note of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can only see 17 pips. I can't see there being more than that. I don't know what. I must be missing something.
For
On
you, Mark,
Paul's?
No, on Paul. I know mine's fine. Mine's got the 21. And all mine ends up. No on Paul's. I can only see 17. I can't see more than that. So I don't know if I'm missing something or what, or 18 maybe if I miss search. I think I miss search, so that'd be 18.
7 pips. 7 pips. 8 pips. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. I get 18 pips.
Yeah, 18. Oh. Yeah, there's only 18. So if we're supposed to have 21, he needs 3 more.
Yep, I got the same thing.
Paul shouldn't Paul shouldn't have straight pips. So hold on, guys. Like it's why are we counting pips? It should just be dice divided into pips when divided. But he didn't straight divide. There's somewhere he has like his blaster's 5, where his dex is 4D.
I think using pips is more accurate, especially when his default dexterity is 4D plus 1. So if he goes to 5D, that's not a dice. That's actually only 2 pips.
Yeah, it's 2 pips. That's
the tricky thing. It's more accurate to count pips.
I don't think you're allowed to do that, though. I don't think you're allowed to level up to the next level using pips.
It does it by default on the because like.
Yeah,
you might not be able to. I may have done it wrong on mine. Like that's entirely possible. But like for my hide, from like another one, like I added, if it was 4, I went +1 +2, and then one more click gets you 5.
Yeah,
I'm following you, but I thought that wasn't allowed.
No, it might not be, but that's what happened with mine.
Yeah. That there was some kind of limitation where it's like you weren't allowed to roll over.
I thought you weren't allowed to go more than 1 die worth of upgrades.
Really?
To a particular skill, I thought you could only go 1D in. Maybe 1D and 2 pips, but you could add like 2D. You couldn't.
What do you
add in a creation?
What do you mean by that, Mike? Like if you have 3, you can only go 4. Like if your dex is 3 and you have a skill under there, you can only go 1D more than 3. Is that what you mean, or something else?
That's what I remember. It was either that, or you'd be able to go up to from 3 to 4D2. You couldn't hit 5.
Okay.
No, you know what? I think you are right, Mike. I think the most you can go is 1. There is a limit to how many you can put in a skill underneath that attribute.
I kind of wish I was back there now because I would like to just keep clicking the plus to see what happens. Like if it would actually lock you out and be like, no, so you can't do this anymore.
Yeah, that would be.
For skills, Mark?
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Well, let's see. My perception is 3 and my hide is 3, so let's put in 5 dice.
You're on free edit though. You can do whatever you want.
Oh yeah, you're right.
You have to be in normal mode.
I'm leaving it at 8.
At 8.
I've got 8D in hide.
Yeah, and I can't. I don't know how. I don't know how I would redo a character sheet. Like.
Yeah, good point, Mark. Yeah.
Game Master can eliminate any. Where the hell does it talk about skills?
I can't add one.
I know it does in like the base template. Pick skills. You can add 1D or 2D to any of these skills shown on the template. All the skills listed beneath a given attribute begin with the attributes. Where does it talk about the pips? But it does talk about the skills part here, about the 1D or 2D. So you can't go higher than 2D, it looks like, past your character.
So regardless of what your stat is,
yeah,
you can only go 2D more than that. So if I had 12 in perception, I could only go 14 in a skill. Okay, gotcha. Perception is like my main bag for this character. So I have like 4 of the skills or something like that went over, but that's it. Or 5 actually.
What do you? Mark, I have some perception skills too. Do you want to? Should we chat about that so we don't overlap too much? Or do you care?
I don't really.
More like a hand solo type, right? So
I don't.
On are going to be high.
Yeah, I don't have like my perception is 4D by default.
Mm-hmm.
So I have bargain at 5, but then I have hide, investigation, search, and sneak. So I don't have any. I don't even have con or whatever else you have. Like, what's your perception at?
Oh, you took bargain?
Yeah, just because I didn't know what else. I didn't know where else to put it. Honestly.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, I'm gonna. That's my thing, right? Like, that's what I'm gonna do. Like, I mean, it's fine, but I'm doing like bargaining con are my high ones.
Yeah, I don't even have con. I mean, even as a choice. I just like I'm thinking of like the kid, like the kid lives on the streets, kind of like Aladdin, right? So I'm thinking like maybe he has to he has to bargain or haggle with people for whatever reason.
Oh,
But
I
like
see.
I don't like I could. Well, I don't actually know how I could reallocate that, but I mean like I can move it, or like I just don't even care. I really don't care if someone overlaps with me on something.
You can't add skills, can you?
I don't know. If I went to free edit, I might be able to.
Yeah, you should be able
Because
to.
you could have a look and add more because there might be another perception based skill that you like.
I can delete bargain.
Yeah, you can get rid of it and add a different one. So because
I don't know how.
Right
Add
next
skill.
to perception, you got the plus.
Yep. Yeah, add skill.
yeah, because there's forgery, investigation you already have, and there's persuasion. Oh, maybe I should take persuasion.
I have persuasion already. Like it as a default skill under there. It doesn't, when I click on it, unless something's coming up that I can't see, it doesn't want to let me add anything.
Okay.
I wonder if it's, oh, there we go. I just had to press it like 19 times.
It tends to it's almost like the dialogue box hides under your character sheet.
Yeah, so the only perception skill I don't have, the only perception skills that are left that I don't have is con, forgery, and gambling. Okay. That's it. I have every other one that's listed here.
Flint should have gambling.
I do have gambling, and gambling, I wanted my guy to be gambling, con, like a typical smuggler, right? So gambling, con, and bargain are the three that are listed on the smuggler sheet.
What I'm going to do, actually, is...
I'm okay with that, Mark. If you want to keep bargaining, I'm just mostly just chatting about it. I might instead, if you're going to be a bargainer, maybe he's not a big bargainer. I'm more like con, gambling, and maybe I take persuasion instead. A bargain.
I'm trying to figure out how... No, I don't want to advance bargain. I'm trying to figure out how to take points off of bargain now that I have them stuck here.
So go into edit, the edit button next to bargain.
Yep.
So I'm in free edit mode, correct?
Yep.
Okay, edit
so you got that edit skill, go into the attributes and adjust your...
Hey,
that's how many dice pips that you have added in.
There's a description. That's kind of cool. Time taken 1 minute to an hour. Okay, sorry, Mike. What'd you say? It says dice 1. Oh, so I want to put dice to 0.
That's invested dice and pips.
Yes, yes, that's invested dice. Yeah. Okay, so if I close that, I obviously didn't update it somehow because nothing happened. 0.
If you close it, it took about a minute for one of them for me.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
I don't actually see a limit, guys. I've been scouring this thing. I don't think unless I'm missing something, I don't think there is a limit. I think the assumption is the limit is you only have 7 anyways. So it's like you can all in on something like a droid, get like super high in something, and that's all you have, right? Like, you know what I mean?
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
They might have cut that second edition.
Right though. I thought, the more I thought about it, I thought it was like the most you can put in past your starting stuff is 2 dice. So if your strength is 3, you can have anything at 5.
Maybe that's maybe that's a character creation thing.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, exactly.
Oh,
that's
yeah, okay.
At character creation.
I don't even see that though.
Yeah,
it could be a first edition thing that was wiped out because this is second ed. So
yeah, maybe that's what it was. I when Mike brought it up, I was like, yeah, I remember.
I remember that.
Sure, that's what it was.
I remember that in Fantasy Flight Games, and I hated it because my pilot concept. My veteran pilot, I wanted him to be fat and a slob and bad at everything other than piloting, and I couldn't do it as a template, and I hated it.
Yeah, you can't. Yeah, that's right, you can't. Yeah.
It's like, nope, sorry, you got to be the same as some noob like pilot somewhere.
No, house rules. Fuck that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's exactly. House rules are like literally created for that concept.
Like we've talked about multiple times. None of us are min-max gamers, right? So it's like,
I'm gonna
go ahead, do that if you want, except for Mark, but whatever.
Okay, Flint. So what I did is I took my point. Since you bullied me out of bargain, I took bargain off, and I put another full dice into search.
Okay, I got rid of bargain. I didn't want it after I told you that.
You're like, not only did I move my points, I literally removed the entire skill.
I
In
took
fact,
bargain right out.
I never
gonna bargain.
wanted bargain.
If Bob says make a bargain skill, I'm gonna say no. I won't do it.
I don't even know what bargain even means. That doesn't mean
Yeah.
that word means nothing to me.
Completely it's meaningless.
The first smuggler to pay sticker on everything.
You do
That's
it.
right. I actually have a really cool backstory that probably won't really help, but I'm like, my technical for this guy, like for his ship, is bad. So whenever I try to fix something, I just end up making it worse. It's kind of like
So the Falcon.
My
allegory on my
character
own-
follows you
on my
around
own
and
life.
swears all the time.
yeah, and he's just like son of a bitch, like, and I just can't do it. Like he's not bad in technical, he's got some skills, but I'm only doing space transports repair. That's the only skill. Everything else, he just can't do it.
So Flint's
So
gonna be
maybe-
stealing one Han Solo thing. It's not my fault.
Yeah,
It's not my
Paul.
fault.
So now that we sorted out that thing just for Paul, you are at 18 pips, and you guys said you should be at 21 pips total. Is that correct?
Yeah, because 7 dice is equal to 21 pips, so he needs 3 more points.
Yeah, because we counted the pips and they don't add up.
All right.
Well, they
Now,
do.
if
It
he
just
was-
adds up
if
to
he-
18.
If he made it easy on us, Bob, like everybody else did, he would have just added dice, like everybody should have.
I sure as fuck didn't.
Shut up, Mike. No one asked you.
The problem was there was these convenient little plus minus things.
Oh,
So it's like,
I see.
ooh.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I don't have that on my.
Me and Mark had a different experience than you guys.
Yeah, we
mine's, like,
absolutely did.
completely
Yeah.
manual. It's just like, holy cow, what am I doing?
We're getting there though. We're getting to the end game. Little
for sure.
rocky.
So we
Um,
can add
that's
any
good
of
what I
these
said to do.
skills to our sheet, and it just gives the bonuses based on our attributes, right? But that's not adding pips. Then we go in.
Basically, so the way this system works, and maybe that's helpful just to mention, is that if you were gonna roll, say, blaster, and you didn't have blaster on your sheet, you still get to roll your dex.
Okay. So
Yeah.
okay, and then you add the pips that we're counting are you can add in afterwards. Okay.
The pips are just dividing up your what would otherwise be your attribute dice or your skill dice into 3, carving them up.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But I can have all of these on my sheet if I wanted to. That doesn't mean I've taken those skills. It just is more for reference
right.
purposes. Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Just
That
so
is
you guys
pretty
know,
Skills for that class.
It's nice that and it's nice that if you see something and you go, "Oh, I really like that skill. I want that." Then you can add it to your sheet so that you can see it. You know that you're going to put some points in later, or whatever.
Yeah, that's part of the overwhelming part of having it free edit is there's like everything here and nothing's added by default. So I'm just like, oh my gosh.
I know,
what do I add?
same with me. Yeah, I know. I had to go in and add everything, and it was like.
I think the rules are, I mean, not the rules. The way the game's designed, you're not supposed to have this gigantic list of skills on your sheet. That's like going to make it slower to find the right one, right? So it's like a lot of the time you'll call for, hey, can I get a Dex or Blaster roll? And it's like, I don't have Blaster, so I'm going to use Dex, right? Like that's kind of
That's
the
right.
idea.
That's exactly it. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah,
Which
the ones you list
actually,
are the ones
that's
that
the
you're
one
most
thing about-
commonly using.
Yeah.
The one thing I like about this system is that exact thing. Oh, I don't have that listed. You just use your Dex. You're good. That's it.
are you
kinda like
okay,
that.
Bob, if as we go, if we want to move points around as we start, as we are going through, or do you want us to get things settled right now on what we're going to do?
I think it's important. I think what we've done wrong in the past as a group is when we lock in. So we have a big group. We have more than 4 players. If it's real easy to start playing with points and overlapping into someone else's specialty without them being aware, and so that's kind of what I'm hoping to lock into. So 0. It doesn't mean you can't modify something after. It just means that we'll have to be kind of socialized a little bit to make sure that you're not overlapping into someone else's sort of niche, right?
Yeah, well, that's Flint and I were talking about that with bargain. So I put bargain out, and then I put a full dice into search, but I'm like, I don't know if I want to put I don't know if I want to do that. I was thinking of moving it around, but I don't really know what I want to do now, right now, because search perception seems to be the strong point of this character. Their perception in general is just very high.
Yep. Yeah, it makes sense with what you.
So, and then I was looking at dexterity, but I was considering mastering impulse wave weapons, but I don't know if that makes sense.
It absolutely does.
Yeah. You're like, I I know I haven't used one, but I'd like to start with a lightsaber at 6 dice, if that's okay.
I'm gonna take bowcaster. I'm like a marksman here.
I'm going to
only
choose a
know how
race
to
without
push the
arms. Too. Yeah.
I only need to push the button on the Death Star. That's the only skill I have. That's the only thing I know how to do. Death Star blaster.
Just the wrong
The guy
button.
with the ridiculously long helmet that turns the wrong way. It goes.
Dave, yeah. You're a crippled mute. He just presses buttons. That's it. Maybe like I might actually take a look at some other skills. Oh, hey, Bob, can I add Streetwise to my knowledge?
Yeah.
Because like I had a template, right? So it didn't. Yeah. So what I'm gonna do with, especially
again,
for my
I think
character class, I think it makes sense.
Yeah, I think it's just you and Flint sorting that out, though. That's all. It's like where you guys are overlapping. That's.
Flint,
I've got Streetwise.
I'm putting a bunch of points into. I'm actually going to change my character from a Jedi to more of like a kind of like a smugglery, kind of con man, fast talky kind of guy.
Yeah. Perfect.
Bob,
I'm
I
just
think
gonna-
I want to take more of a young Jedi type, like
this
We
swap.
completely swap concepts.
Mark,
just
think about like
nowhere.
like on a serious note, I put a point in Streetwise too, but
Yeah.
do it. I think Streetwise is a great skill for lots of people to have, quite frankly, and it makes your
What is
character
this Streetwise thing?
Streetwise. Yeah, you got to
Those are the things that your vehicles go over.
That's right.
Those are also people.
It's going to make sense for my character because they're like his concept is like street rat. So he's lived on the street. He's like Aladdin in a lot of ways, but except if he's going to be a Jedi eventually, maybe if he doesn't die.
Let's not be too hasty.
I was just about to start.
Yeah, and I want to.
Just play Street Rat.
I eventually need to find some princess with like a very small shirt on. Okay, let's see. This isn't working
And a
now.
giant cat.
Yeah, some sort of alien cat though, a cooler one than that.
Mark,
Yeah. Oh, a Nexu would be amazing. Yeah.
A Nexu, yeah. Mark, for your character under the Force, do you have Force all the control sense and alter listed under there? I'm just going through mine
yes,
now, and I'm like,
I do. I have 1D. I have 1D for all of them.
Yeah, I don't even have it on my. You can't even add it on the free edit sheet.
Well, you have to add Force sensitive, and then. Oh
No,
wait,
it doesn't
you
show
can't
up.
add the skill. Just got
Yeah,
the
you
Force
can.
and Force powers.
Yeah, it just says the Force. It says the Force powers. Nothing listed underneath.
Yeah, we might have to. So part of the problem with this game is they had to make like a non IP version of it. So they made like a space opera game like off of this system, and they don't own the rights to it anymore. And then someone went and modded it for this, so it might be lacking some things. I would just make a note under anything where we can't find a spot for. I'll search for one, but for now, add it to.
Whatever.
Isn't there under the Force? Isn't there one?
Under
Well,
the
see,
Force,
no, I'm just
nothing.
curious about them. I don't need to add anything, but under it, you can't. Even in free edit mode, you can't. Under the Force, you can't add anything. The same with special abilities. Like my alien race, like most aliens, they have an ability. I can't add any of that.
Mm-hmm.
No, I can't either.
Yeah, it just doesn't give you the option.
That's okay. We can modify that later.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure
not-
there's a way to hack this sheet to do it. It's probably just a little complicated. So
Totally.
let me just see. I'm gonna try something.
Anyway, I think.
See if it works.
I got that song in my head.
Gotta eat to live. Gotta
Ever
stay
since
clean.
Mark said Aladdin, I've had that in my head.
Yeah. No
Yeah.
kidding.
Mhm.
I've been trying to throw it in every like 10, 20 minutes. Just to
Ever
like,
since you said Street Rat the first time, it's been in my head.
man, this thing does sometimes it just doesn't update. Like it just won't do it, and you have to do it like 2 or 3 times before it does.
Oh really?
Yeah,
Sounds like a
Like
you
a-
problem.
like I'm in free edit, and I wanted to take the die off of search because I had added it on, and it won't do it. I did it like 2-3 minutes ago, and it won't do it.
So what I found is, you know that little blue bar that pops up
No.
when you hit on the free edit box, when you go into your attribute and you change like the dice from 4 to 5 or whatever,
Okay.
and then you hit that save button on the top of that window.
Oh, there is no save button on the top of the
It's a
window.
little gray button.
Save button.
Nope.
In free edit, I don't have a save button.
I don't have it either. I just have
So
like a
let's say-
sheet and close.
Let's say, yeah, on the left-hand side though, besides stamina, there's that little gray thing. That's the save button.
That says item ID copied to clipboard.
Yeah,
and I
yeah.
hit that gray button.
It's been working. That's what I hit. Mine it says item Z8DIY.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that one I've just been hitting that to save, and then it brings up a blue bar, little blue like notification bar, and I close that down, and then when I close the window, it's fixed.
The blue
Yeah,
notification
try
saying
that.
just copied that value to the clipboard.
Yeah, on mine it just says a bunch of letters and numbers as well. So like I don't speak droid. I don't have that. I'm just a
You know what worked like instantly? It's like, so I wanted to put Streetwise from 2D to 3D because that's the point I'm messing around. So I went in and the dice was 0, so I put 1, and then I clicked into the field where the pips was, and as soon as I did that, it instantly changed it on my sheet.
cool.
I don't know why, but I guess if you click the next field, like you go into the dice field, you
That's
go
what
from
I
0
did,
to
Mark.
1. Yeah, and
That's
it
what we do.
instantaneously did it.
Yeah, that's what we do. That's how we put it in because.
Oh, okay, because like
it's
other than
free
that,
edit.
other
You
than
just
that,
put in the
it
dice,
wasn't
and then
working.
you just
Yeah.
click out somewhere. You just click anywhere else, and it automatically updates.
Yeah, okay. Well, there we go. I'm done then. So I think I've got 8 now in all my skills. I don't know how that happened. It's fine.
I don't know how it happened, but I'm not
You're like,
changing.
I'm like a 9 in everything, you know, no big deal.
It worked real well.
Yeah, it's totally fine.
And sorry, what was the max we were able to go on a skill with the added pips?
I don't know if
but-
we actually settled on that.
Okay.
I said I didn't mind, like, as long as it makes sense, and we're gonna go over some of that anyways. That's what we're doing next.
Yeah, I like that as long as it makes sense. Like, it
Yeah.
makes sense for your character.
Yep. I'm gonna ask you guys stuff. Just want to check here. So Dave's still working. Flint, are you done?
I'm done. Yep.
Save for the technical.
Save for the additions
sheet
that I
stuff.
can't put in yet.
Yeah,
But
I'll find
I know
a
that stuff. I
hack
can even
around
make-
it. Yeah,
Sure.
yeah. Just write it down in your bio for now, and I'll make sure I find spots for those. I'm sure I can like go into the behind the scenes on the sheet and get it added.
Okay, I'll say that.
Mark, are you done?
Personality do stats.
Yes, I was done. I've been, other than fiddling with a couple things, I've been looking for a name for the last like 25 minutes, which
That's the hardest part.
Mike, are you
It is
done?
for me because I'm so obsessed with having like just, it has to be the right name or I
get
literally
it.
cannot move forward with a character. Anyway, I think I found a Star Wars human name generator. I kind of threw a name in there, but so.
How
I
about
can't even remember
Horace
my name.
Horace Beltsander? How's that sound?
Oh my god,
Horace
I want that now.
Beltsander?
Yeah.
I'm doing it.
That is phenomenally good name.
Horace Beltsander. I don't remember what my character's name is, but it's in.
Yeah, but it's Horace Beltsander now.
It's Horace Beltsander now.
Junior. Yeah.
Oh,
Of
you
the
know what? It's on.
Beltenders
It's
of,
on.
Kashyyyk?
It's on our. It's on our Facebook or on our Messenger. It's on our Messenger. Thread.
Mike, are you done?
Yep, I'm just working on the name.
Okay. Paul, are you all done with your
I'm
stuff?
also done. Yep.
Okay. Just let me know when you're done, Dave. We'll move on to the
Hold
next
on.
piece here. You're probably real
Yeah.
close, I imagine.
Yeah, I'm getting there.
I'm trying to find your. I'm trying to find the sheet that you had, Bob, that you sent us, where we put in all our answers. That's
Oh.
where my name will be.
I don't
got
think
it.
I had a name in there. If I did, it's now different.
Oh, there it is. There it is. I'll let you know if you did, Mark. Oh, maybe I didn't. No, oh, it must be in that. Oh, I started something else. Okay.
Okay. Not trying to harass you at all, Dave. But we're
I know. I'm pretty much done-ish. I've got
Okay.
like 6 more skills to throw in, and I'm really just putting it in, dropping it all into
okay.
technical stuff. So I'm useless in every other way, shape, and
All
form.
right,
So.
I'm just gonna use the washroom real quick, and then we'll dive in. I'm just gonna do some sorting here. This will help us too with figuring out overlaps and any worries. So give me 1 sec.
I got it. I found my name. Yeah, Mark, your name isn't in that sheet either. Neither was mine.
Yeah, I don't remember having any
My name's Van Taren.
Van Halen.
Van Halen.
Just call him Eddie for short.
Just call me. I was just gonna say that, Mike. Just call me Eddie.
Or Alex.
Oh, I guess we can't put a name. Oh, it's where it says Conflicted Drifter. I'm just gonna change my name.
My guy's gonna be very particular. You have to use his entire name
Oh God.
as a chiss.
Oh man,
Fantastic.
Peshiro Nordo.
Deshiro Mifune?
Hakuna Matata.
we have to come up with a nickname that
That's
we have to
great.
come up with a nickname that we call him that he hates, and just all the time we never use his full name.
Yeah, absolutely.
Just we'll call him anything but his name.
Even if it's like
Yeah,
way
that's
more
the name
involved.
we actually call him. Hey, anything but his name.
Actually, I was gonna put it in my backstory that at the last place that I lived on Balmora, the guys that I worked with called me Blue.
Oh yeah, there you go. So why
That's
are you
amazing.
actually forget it? I was gonna ask you what you're up to and stuff, but I wouldn't know that, so don't tell me.
Yeah. I was thinking about that too. Like we did that little update, like that, like our characters, like this is what we believe, whatever. But for a lot of us, we're just meeting each other for the first time too.
Yes, yeah.
Except for you and I, Mark.
If we
Yes,
can be
'cause
bothered.
we vaguely know each other. Yeah.
Yeah, and not very well, but I mean, I guess more than most. But
We vaguely know each other. Yeah, not very well. It's like,
We vaguely
Well,
know vaguely know each other not very well.
we don't know yet, because I mean, once we start playing, like if the other things come, because we just barely made that. I don't know. We kind of loosely tied our systems together. But.
Flint's basically my adopted father. It's that's it.
Just wait till Flint reveals his Gungan dependent. That's gotta.
An adopted Gungan child who's
A
like
Gungan scholar who speaks perfect English.
and because it's
Like-
Flint's
basic,
actual son,
Basic.
Yeah.
Flint's
my
first
actual-
child, he
Yeah.
treats him better than you and expects you to live up to what he's doing.
That's right.
Yeah, that'd be funny.
What do you mean you can't breathe underwater? Get back in there.
Get back in there. Shove the head in the bathtub. Get down.
Get down. Get out.
The bridge is out.
The bridge is out.
Ba-da-ba-da-ba-ba.
Yeah, maybe just while we're letting Dave finish up, I'm gonna check in with Paul. So for your concept, I think one thing we should establish, I can always like round back with Dave on this stuff, but how long have you guys been here? So it's about 2 years since Order 66 at the start of this game. It's BBY 7 before the Battle of Yevon, or sorry, not 7. I meant 17.
I was gonna say because
Yeah.
it's 18 years was Order
Yeah.
66.
Yeah. I think BBY 19 is the Order 66 year. This is like 2 years after.
Yeah, roughly.
Yeah.
Because Luke was 18, but he wasn't born until after that. So
Mm-hmm.
I say we kill him.
Yeah, I think
Luke?
between
I'm
like 6 months to a year.
Okay. And then I'll touch base with you to figure out what your there's probably some key points for you. What happened with Order 66? What did you do after? How did you end up here? We'll iron out some of that. I want to go over to Mark and Flint, because you two ended up in at the same time, right?
Yes, we did. Did you have an idea, Flint, of how long? I don't. I haven't actually really thought about it at all, literally, until this second.
I gave it a little. I thought like we've known each other for maybe. No, I wouldn't say more than maybe a month.
No, but like, how long have we been in the prison for, though?
Oh, sorry. Oh God.
Yeah, because like we know each other. Like, I'm trying to use a reference now. I just don't know anybody anymore. But
Well,
it's
you
like
know what
someone you know. It's like more. It's more like we know of each other. Like, because I was on Flint's ship. But like,
yeah, and we kind of and because you were young, Mark, like I kind of, you know, like he kind of looks out for you a bit.
in a prison,
so-
yeah.
So when we end up in this prison, for me personally, for Van, he's going to be like, I'm kind of like, where's the kid? You know, where is he? And I need to kind of look out for him.
Where were you guys going from?
I don't know.
I don't think we really figured that out.
We didn't nail that down yet.
Yeah, I hired myself out, like my services, to basically anybody who would pay. So there's like, it doesn't matter. I had no scruples around like who was doing what. So
we should
at
sort
one
that out
point-
because I think it'll be really interesting. Like those little details will
Yeah.
matter. I think so.
I agree.
But I would
agree.
choose. I would recommend. So like it sounded like you guys were fleeing somewhere not in the outer rim, right? Heading towards the outer rim.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Which makes sense because it makes it easier to have you caught along the way. And
I was thinking too, Mark and Bob, but I was thinking, Mark, that if you're okay with this, yes, Mike, that's exactly right. I was thinking that that Mark maybe stowed away on my ship.
mhm.
So I was
No,
transporting a bunch of other people, and then.
No, because I was with the people you were transporting. Remember?
Oh, right. Never mind. Sorry. You're right. Yeah,
Right.
That's right. You were
Because
part of
like
that
I didn't know Flint. I was with a group of other people, and we were going somewhere. Although I mean, I don't know how well I would have known them. Actually, you know what? I could have slipped on the ship. Actually, you know what? Based on who this kid is, it would probably actually make more sense that he was someplace and he's like, "Shit, I got to get out of here." And he kind of slipped on board your ship with paying customers and tried to kind of like hood over the face and stay in a corner. And he didn't know where he was going, but he didn't care. He just needed to leave wherever he was.
Yep.
That actually is a better concept, I think. Yeah, he just snuck on board.
Let's do that then, Mark. And then when I arrive or whatever, where I drop these people off, I discover you. And
Well, I thought you got boarded by whoever captured us before, and most everyone died in the fight.
well, yeah. Well, so what we could do that, or it could be like the original group of people. You just stayed on board the ship. I picked other people up, and then we got boarded.
Yeah, it doesn't really matter.
I mean,
it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter to
Even
me
if
either.
We got boarded ahead of time, because that way then I would have a little bit more reason to be looking out for you, because you would have been around for a little bit longer.
Yeah, I mean, you could have discovered me halfway,
Yeah.
the first group, and then I made myself useful, or I reminded you of somebody, or I was helping you out, or something. I don't know. It doesn't matter. And then you dropped off the one group, and just happened, and I just asked to stay, or I just stayed for whatever reason, and you picked up another group, and that's when the Imperial boarding process thing, or not the Imperial,
Perfect.
but the whatever happened, and that's why we have like a vague relationship, rather than being like, I don't give two shits about some human kid in a prison, like, see you later, kid, and that's it.
Yeah. I'm going to say that you guys
Yeah.
are pursued too by Imperial forces as you're
Awesome.
exiting, which led
Okay,
you
sure.
further out and on less known paths. And then
And then we got picked up by the Separatists. Is that what happened, basically?
Yeah.
Okay.
Separatists hold out, basically, because they're not... Separatists truly don't exist in the name, but there are a number of places that sort of are like pockets of remnants of the Separatists. So,
okay.
And
some
this is one
planets,
of them.
cities, or settlements on different places that they kind of bunched up and sort of semi-rule, just because the Empire hasn't bothered getting to them yet.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fair.
It's prioritizing the other places.
I like the pursuing, yeah. And I'm gonna say, and as far as you know, Mark, like, he just kind of was like, fine, don't get in the way, do what I tell you to do, and you can stay on board.
Yeah, exactly. And I could have been doing, I don't know, who knows, doesn't matter what.
And when you're there, Mark, I had the only other person on board. I had a first mate, like somebody who was, her name was Demry. She was probably how old's your character? Do you know?
My character's young.
Like how young though?
I don't know how the kid probably looks between like 14 and 17.
Okay. So
But he's also like he's young and small for his age, so he doesn't know how old he is. I'm gonna make him like out of character. He's gonna probably be about 15.
Okay. So I had someone who was like about like 18, 19, and she was my first mate, and she was someone who I've been traveling with for a very long time. But she also, and I don't know where she is. I don't know what happened.
Oh, so you don't know if she died or not?
Yeah,
okay.
I have no idea. So you got to know her too, but that was the only other person on board.
Oh, okay.
Is Demry, and I'm just gonna let Bob do whatever he wants. If she is dead and gone, or if I never find out about her after that because we got captured, and of course we're all wherever we are.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
If she dies, she dies.
And what about you, Mike? Do we have a sense of how you ended up on there?
So yeah, basically what I was going for, what I had in mind was working since like when I was residing on Balmora as doing security and that for one of the droid factories.
Mm-hmm. This is like a routine test that got you busted. Is that what happened? This is like a drug test. Yeah.
I was going to say not so much a drug test type of thing, but it was sort of a. There was people that were suspected of being involved, like being force sensitive, and I was involved in the roundup. And through what I don't know what the actual means was, it could have been blood from a fight or whatever, but yeah, essentially.
Well, they do, at least in what I understand of this specific holdout is led by. I'll give you guys this because it's going to be your starting spot. The remnants of the Citadel is a holdout led effectively by droid that sort of almost malfunctioned on its last order, which was to detain any Jedi that were held captive for the Separatists. This was like their ultimate holding cell, and it malfunctioned to go way above and beyond that, seeking by any means necessary any force sensitive anybody in the entire galaxy. So they actually sponsor, not only would they be communicating with other Separatist holdouts, they also have bounties out for force sensitive people.
Which is really bad for me since I was living in a Separatist controlled area.
I'm thinking yours could be just as straightforward as a routine lab scan.
Yeah, just a scan and I get picked up.
Yeah. Because I mean, that's one thing they would know, just so everyone's aware. They will know whether you're force sensitive or not. They have that information.
Yeah.
Wouldn't they just kill force sensitives? Like, isn't that
they
what
detain them?
It's just detaining. Okay.
Yeah. Yep. The protocol is detaining. This isn't the Empire. The Empire would straight up kill you.
Yeah, well, that's what I was wondering. That's why, like, at first I'm like, I don't know if my concept works because I would just be dead.
No.
Okay.
Well, that's what. Yeah, I was talking to Bob about that. Yeah, and that's what he was saying because I was like, does this work for a concept for me
and
too?
This isn't Bob.
Getting
like this is like canon shit. So I don't know. Like this is in the Fantasy Flight stuff. This is in some of the books and write-ups and stuff. So.
No, it works. Okay,
that's going on.
It works for me.
I didn't have to. I mean, I had to do mental acrobatics around that too. I'm like, well, why didn't the Empire? And I'm like, I figure the Empire just hasn't given a shit enough about the Citadel to go there yet. Yeah,
they probably have bigger fish to fry, or there's more important things that they're currently doing. But I mean, they'll get around to it eventually, and then they'll just kill everybody or bomb it from outer space.
Yep.
Well, the first vestiges of the.
Oh, did we lose Mike?
We must have.
I thought he was stopping to think of a word, and then it was just like silence.
Oh no, RIP.
My God.
Is that a blue screen of death?
He's dead.
He's all right.
Yeah, he's actually dead.
Where
He
you
didn't just
at?
lose the connection. He's
Where
been
you
hit.
at now, Dave?
I am ready to rock and roll ish.
Okay. We'll just give Mike a second.
I filled
Hopefully
in
we
the
get
things.
it. Yeah, hopefully we get Mike back for the
Dave's
second
like, I
part.
just need to do my name, my skills, and pick my class and my race, and then I'll be
And I'm good to go. Yeah.
100%.
Absolutely. I'm set.
Mike, are you with us? He's still connected, which makes me wonder if maybe he just has a mic issue or something.
Mike.
A mic issue.
Got an issue with our mic.
Yeah.
We have a mic issue.
We've had a mic issue for several years now.
Bob, do we start with character points? And what are they?
Yes, whatever the default says on there, they're used for whatever the default says for them, but they're kind of like your
Mark,
XP.
Mark, do you have any, or Paul? Because you guys have a template.
What's that?
Do you guys have character points? You and Paul, you and Mark.
Yeah, I have 5.
Paul.
I have 5.
Okay, so
I think that's
so
the standard.
Dave, yeah, so we'll just put 5 in there if you
Yeah.
guys
And
have
it
a
is. Got it.
Okay. Okay, got it.
I'll put 5 for. Oh, Mike put 5 in there. So
I put 500,000 credits too.
yeah, perfect. You have none of that.
Okay.
That's
Thanks
what
for
I
the-
have.
Thanks for your generous donation to the Citadel. How do you think they end up with bounties?
Mark's got Mark. My money's in with Mark's got a bag of holding on him.
Right.
I'm also a wizard. I'm that Santa wizard from before. I'm just taking the shape of a boy.
I'm that Santa wizard.
Santa wizard. All right, we're gonna
Okay.
get. I think Mike's back. Do we have you, bud?
Mike,
I saw,
It was 11 just decided to shit the bed.
it was great because they were like halfway through a thought, and I was just like,
and we're like, Mike, you still thinking about what to say? But, Mike,
Yeah, I'm having a real trouble with words here, getting it out.
that's fair.
okay. Because we only have 15 minutes left, maybe let's jump into the next point, and this will help me just sort out some key things. So everyone open up your own sheet, and we're gonna answer these questions.
Done.
Okay. Does anyone have an attribute at 5 or
Yes.
higher?
Oh, an
No.
Attribute.
No.
Attribute.
Oh
No.
God,
Okay.
no.
No.
Anyone have an attribute at 4?
Yes.
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 No.
Okay. Okay. Anyone who has it at 4, please. Let's go, Dave. What's your attribute at 4?
Mechanical and technical.
Makes sense. You're very
Yeah,
special.
and knowledge, strength, dex, and perception.
Yes. All the things. I put those at 10 just to be safe.
And control sense alter.
What about Paul? What's yours?
Just Dex.
Dex. Mark.
Perception. Yeah.
And Mike, did you have one at 4?
No,
Gotcha.
nothing went beyond 3-2.
Okay. Okay, let's go. We'll go run up the list. Mike, what are your attributes at 3?
At 3, I got Dex, Perception, Technical, and Knowledge.
Okay. Mark, do you have what are your attributes at 3?
I only have one stat at 3, and it's dex.
Okay. Flint, what are your attributes at 3?
At 3, Dex, Mechanical, Perception, and Strength.
Perception.
And you don't care about the pips, do you? Like if there's pips or whatever.
Not too much, no.
Okay.
We can get into those details if we have
Yeah, I can
to.
tell you if you want, but yeah, those are mine. Yeah,
Okay,
he's a fairly balanced in that capacity.
Yeah, give me one
Balance.
sec.
Balance.
One who will bring balance to the sheet.
The sheet.
I'll
I
bring
like it.
balance to the
Paul, what about you? Do you have attributes at 3, and what are they?
Perception and Strength.
Okay, and then Dave.
Just
Anything
dex.
extra? Okay. Okay, going back down the list, Dave, what's at 2 for you?
Strength and knowledge.
Okay, Paul, what's at 2 for you?
Technical, Knowledge, and Mechanical.
Okay. Flint, what's at 2 for you?
Knowledge and Technical.
Okay, Mark, what's at 2 for you?
So basically everything else. So mechanical, strength, knowledge, and technical.
Okay, and Mike, what do you got at 2?
Strength and mechanical.
Okay, and does anyone have a 1?
Ooh,
I don't.
Ooh, pick me.
You can have a 1?
Perception.
Can
Perception.
you have a 1?
Because
Yep.
perception is the
Yep.
people
Obviously.
skill in this game.
Yeah, your minimums, right, are 1. So
Yeah, he can have
right,
ones.
Right.
some of you,
Wow,
your
Dave,
minimums.
you're the best, man.
I
That's
appreciate
gonna be so fun.
Yep.
You're gonna be like, what?
Who?
Sorry.
He swears in binary a lot and just like stupid meaty flesh bags. Just,
And this will
1
be
0 0 0 1 1 1.
You're
available
not
for you
wrong.
guys. This will be available for you guys to look at on that same spreadsheet. So we'll do that next. But I just want to nail these down. We're gonna start at the tippity top for skills. Does anyone have a skill at 10 or 10 plus?
10?
I got 2.
you can do that.
I've got 2. Fuck off.
Okay, what about
Does,
skills?
does anyone even have a 6?
No.
Yeah, I have
On
some
a skill?
5s, but that's it.
I moved my blaster up to 6.
That checks out.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes
Clone.
sense.
You're clone troop. Actually, that doesn't check out. You're a clone trooper. Your
No, I'm not.
blaster should,
not a-
your
not a
blaster should be
stormtrooper.
lower.
No,
Not
Your
a
blaster should
stormtrooper.
be lower than your dex.
clone troopers are different than stormtroopers.
Oh,
Not-
that's
not
true.
Much.
Yeah. Order 66 made them worser.
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 So we got blaster for Paul. Anything else at 6 for anybody?
Nope.
Nope.
Okay.
I had it originally, but I got rid of it.
Dave, skills at 5.
5. I have mechanical sensors, starship shields,
Love it.
armor repair, blaster repair, computer repair, all the repairs, demolition. Oh no, not demolitions. Droid programming, equipment repair, droid repair.
What the hell?
Wait, droid programming. What was
Is
it?
this
After
like a Haynes repair manual for an 86 Buick?
I feel like-
or
I-
a game sheet.
Oh, that's
I feel
because
like
your
it's
technical is so high, right? You just
I-
get 1 point in each of those.
Yeah,
I
I feel
put
like it's a.
1 or 2 in everything. So
I feel like it's DeVry or one of those like fake degree programs. So, armor repair, blaster repair, computer repair, droid programming. What was after droid programming for you, Dave?
equipment repair. So there was droid programming, equipment repair, droid repair.
Yep.
Because alphabetical is not a thing apparently. Security, space transport repair, starfighter repair.
These are all
starship
five dice, not pips.
5 dice plus 1 or various. So
Okay, hold on. Let me just look at your sheet because we might be able to optimize the way we're saying this.
okay.
If this is under technical.
Under technical, yeah. So I've got 4D plus 2 is my base.
Oh, okay. So yeah, you are okay. These are legit because you have a 4 technical. These are.
Yeah,
you
because
he had a
those things,
4D
Dave, you're
plus
only-
2 tech. So he's only adding.
Yeah, so he's like 1
to get
pip
thing.
away from 5D anyway.
Yeah. So that's what's happening. Okay, starfighter repair, starship weapon repair. I just wanted security might come up.
Wait, Dave, what's your space transport? 5D plus 1. Welcome aboard, sir.
That was my whole backstory. Is that I was, or how I got caught is I was working on a ship that I didn't even know they were transporting force sensitive people. I don't care about that. They just needed technical stuff done.
Yeah.
So what I haven't told you, Dave, about you is you are effectively conscripted into as a slave.
He doesn't know it.
Your option is to go into prison or to help them with
With their
With the
mechanical
Citadel.
and technical
Yeah.
issues.
He doesn't even realize he's a slave. He thinks he's the chief engineer.
Yeah,
and
he's like-
obviously more intelligent than everybody here.
And we'll have to make
You
sure
probably are.
we verify why you'd want to leave too. We have to give you a reason so that if there's a breakout, you don't go, well, no, I like this place. Like, we'll have to give you the
We're
Like
escaping.
this place.
I'm good. Go ahead.
We
you guys.
just don't have the replicator fixed.
yeah.
We're leaving. Dave's like, no, I'm gonna stay. I'm like,
I'm
Dave,
good.
my ship is full of problems. He's like,
Okay.
I'm on my way.
Paul, skills at 5. Any skills at 5?
Skills at 5 is dodge.
Dodge. Okay. Flint, skills at 5.
Blaster, 5D
Okay.
plus 1.
Yep.
And con at 5D.
Okay. Mark, anything at 5D?
Yes. I have hide,
Okay.
investigation, search, and sneak.
Not seeing like too much problematic overlap. This is good. And then Mike,
None.
none. Okay. Skills at 4. We'll start with Mike. Go back up.
At 4, I've got computer programming and repair, first aid, security, investigation, search.
So your security guard features make sense.
Yeah, streetwise and intimidation.
Okay. We'll see if there's
This
any
is
overlap.
good. For not really chatting in depth about it, it's actually working out fairly nice.
Yeah, I don't think there's gonna be any serious overlap at all.
Yeah, and we're not going to worry as we get to the bottom ones. I'll still populate them, but I'm not too worried about overlaps at 2 or 3. It's like, welcome to being, just moderately good at
alive.
something. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mark, what about skills at 4 for you?
Let's see. Okay, so all my perception is 4. So every other perception skill that I have listed here.
Yeah.
So
bargain. Only things that boost to 5 because, or only things that boost past your attribute. Otherwise, it's already covered down below.
Yeah. So don't mention those marks.
Don't mention the ones.
Oh no, yeah. So nothing.
Okay. Flint, skills at 4.
4s.
Yeah.
Space transports.
Okay.
I should know how to pilot my own ship. Gambling.
Okay.
Persuasion.
Okay.
And that's it.
All right. Paul, skills at 4.
Grenade, running, brawling parry, vehicle blasters.
And running with a grenade.
Was grenade running one
Grenade.
skill?
Grenade parry
Grenade
running. Yeah.
Grenade
Grenade
parry.
running.
Grenade.
Running. Grenade running.
Grenade brawling. It's like, wait a minute.
Parrying.
Grenade parrying. That's a skill. Hiya!
Dave, skills at 4.
I guess nothing. My mechanical and my technical are both at 4, so
yeah.
everything else, I don't think I have anything else at 4.
Okay. Skills at 3, Dave. We'll just do 3. We won't bother with 2s and 1s, guys. I don't think.
So my dex is 3, so I guess everything under dex.
Yeah, don't count it if it matches your attribute. We won't count it. Yeah.
Nothing then. Nope.
Nothing. Okay. Paul, anything at skills at 3 that go higher than your attribute?
Nope.
Okay. Flint.
Streetwise and space transports repair.
Okay. Mark. Skills at 3. As long as they have to be higher than your attribute. Otherwise,
Okay. Well, so I've got like dodge was originally 3 and it's 3D plus 1. So I don't know. Do you care about that?
Nah, not worry about.
Okay.
Pips. Yeah.
Okay. So then the only full dice is survival and streetwise.
Okay. And Mike, skills at 3 that are higher than your attribute.
Communications.
Communications. All right, guys. Well, I don't see any. Does anyone have anything that was listed there? Do you want to see? I can get you the actual link in case you want to check it out. It's the same one as before. It's just sheet 2.
I think it doesn't seem like it's very bad. And the thing is having 2 people who are good at something is not going to be is not going to break anything, right? Because in case one person doesn't do it, and I don't think anyone's stepping on anyone else's toes.
We got a nice spread.
Yeah, I agree.
Paul's are like Paul and Dave are the extreme ends of the spectrum. For like technical intelligence based, and then Paul's more like your combat fighty guy, and then the rest of us, and then the other 3 of us are kind of in the middle.
Exactly.
Yeah,
and even that there's not very much overlap, which is really cool actually.
One thing I noticed that Paul's template came with is he's proficient in like clone trooper armor, so if he ever gets his hands on some again.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got blaster repair and armor repair, demolitions, some security, equipment repair.
So, question on that, Bob.
Yep.
Technically, Stormtrooper armor was classified as another revision of the clone trooper armor. Will he still get the benefit when working on that?
I don't know.
Bye-bye. I don't care. I'll be honest.
Yeah.
I just don't.
I think in this era, it's probably like it's going to transition out slowly. Like, so maybe not in 10 years, but right now it does, if that makes sense. So like a lot of the armor is still probably similar grade and quality and design and structure, I would assume. Like not far off. It's probably like they're probably going with the slightly cheaper parts to to labor out, but I don't think they phase out all the clones right away, right? Or do they? Well, you know what? Don't tell me because I'm finishing Clone Wars season 7 right now. So let me just finish.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah. I'll
Is that series worth watching? It looked good from what I've seen, but I haven't seen it. I haven't actually watched any amount of it.
By season 3, I
Clone
fell
Wars
in love
is
with
good.
it. Yeah.
Rebels is, once you get into it, Rebels is more of like a kid's show, but at the end, it's like kind of okay with some more like of the like forced magic-y stuff. I've said it before you came in, Mark, but my favorite one right now is the Bad Batch. That's a really good one to watch.
I feel like Bad Batch would benefit from watching Clone Wars first. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Because a lot of those characters,
cool.
they make a lot of the clones into like like fun characters. Like you actually start to know some of their personalities because some of the Clone Wars episodes are like out of order by seasons even, and so you kind of piece it together as you watch it, but you start to actually really appreciate some of the characters, and they're not they don't make them all survive, so it's interesting. Like it's
cool.
not. Yeah, kid gloves come off after season 1. I feel like. So.
Yeah.
Season 1 was the grab bag of just the episode of the week that had nothing really tied into the grand story.
Yeah.
Season 2, they started to finally get a through narrative.
Exactly.
Yeah. And
Okay.
Bad Batch is like the post Order 66.
Yeah. So I plan to jump into that immediately after. Well, I'm gonna watch the last season of Clone Wars and then watch the third movie, then in from there. So, but yeah,
cool.
All right, guys, good stuff. It's 10:30. I want to be honest with the timing here and go ahead and wrap up. We should be good for next week. I'm just gonna verify that I have my ducks in a row, but I'm pretty sure I do. Probably have a couple of minor questions, just so some DM note stuff for each of you, like as we go. Nothing like that 20 questions thing. Is just like, hey, can you clarify this? It'll be quick individual comments. So cool. And then just let me know if you guys have any questions. Feel free to talk to each other if you have any overlap concerns. And
I'm not talking to anybody.
Not completely banned from speaking to one another outside of sessions.
Can you imagine? That'd be awesome. Bob, I'm gonna send you a bit of a little backstory write up for my character too.
Dave's gonna method act his character rollout already, so he's gonna be rude to all of you and not talk to you.
Yeah, exactly.
So.
Dave's gonna take it so far as to go as Skakatoan or whatever your character is for Halloween. He's gonna dress up
Absolutely.
Robot.
Kicking children, yeah.
Kicking children.
It's kind of weird
Simulating
because
their candy buckets.
like what I like about that race, it makes it very distinct, but also it comes with a fair amount of negatives, and those negatives are like if he was pulled out of that suit in most situations, he just straight up starts dying. Yeah, he just straight up starts dying. Like his body can't handle regular like atmospheric pressure and regular air.
I noticed there was a few races like that. They had like what's that race, Mike? You'll know who it is. The ones that there's a Jedi and he wears that thing around his mouth.
Oh, Plune or whatever.
Yeah, Plo Koon.
Yeah,
he's awesome.
Yeah, they're like that too. Like without
like water breathing or something.
They basically die.
No, they're methane breathers.
Yeah, they're methane breathers. Yeah.
So how long would it actually? Are you instantly gonna die, or would it be the human equivalent of like putting your head underwater? Like you got a bit of time, but you're going quick. 2D
damage each round if exposed to standard air pressure.
Oh, okay.
And then if I, there's a whole thing under special abilities. There's 2D for something, 2D for another thing, and if all the things are happening, I take 4D per round.
And don't worry, like
special abilities, easy to kill.
Yeah,
easy to kill.
We're gonna have some like heroic moment where he's got to get into like you guys have to go to his planet or whatever. Like in
gosh.
He'll
That'd
be
be
like,
amazing.
He's like, I don't have to wear this suit.
Flesh bags.
Yeah,
and his head looks like
a
tooth.
you fuckers.
All right, guys, awesome stuff. I'll
Good
see you
times.
next week.